All right, good afternoon. This is a question that came in. It's on homework 64, so the sphere homework, and this is question 7C. So I went out and I went to my daughter's room and I found a tactile. Look at this, how funny. It looks just like our problem. And we're trying to get to all of the surfaces and all of their areas all together. So I'm going to go over this in a different way than how I keyed it, just to help you guys really visualize all of the surfaces that are exposed. So what I'm picturing this as is I have like, I have a cake with 3 tiers. I got my small one, I got my medium-sized one, and I have my big one. So when if I work from the top down and I think about what's exposed. So I have my top right here, I have a circle. So I need my small base. And then I need my small lateral area right here, that side part that wraps around just like the label of a soup can. Okay, so I have my small base, the small lateral area. To get to this part right here, well, this is a medium-sized base, so I need to calculate that, but I need to subtract the small base so I can get to just this part right here that's being exposed. So my medium base minus my small base will get me to this part right in here. Okay, and then I need my lateral area for my medium section right in here. Tilt it this way again, and now my bottom is my big. So to get to this part right here, I'm looking at a big base, but take away the medium-sized one in order to get to this part right in this region. Okay, and then on the bottom, I have this lateral area, this lateral face, again, label of a soup can, that's a good visual. And then I have, I got this bottom part exposed as well. So I'm gonna need a big base, that big circular bottom of it that's exposed. So I wanna write out my plan and help follow those steps to get to my total surface area. So now I'm gonna do that with you, okay? So let me share my screen. I have never done this before, so this is exciting. Here we go. Not for a video. So this is the first time I'm doing it for a video. You get to see both. Okay. So again, this is homework 64, problem 7C, right? You're looking at my little tiered cake situation, and I have it as small, medium, and big. That's my little labeling device right there. Small, medium, big. Okay, so again, I'm looking at my small base. I wrote this out for you too. So my small base area, right, a circle. And then here I have this lateral area right here for the small tier of my cake, okay? And then to get to this part right in here, that's my medium base, so a circle. But I need to take out that small one right in here, because again, I'm trying to get to just this part that's exposed. Okay, and then I'm looking at the middle part, this medium-sized one, the lateral area right here. And then I'm looking right at this part too. So this is that big base, but take out a medium-sized base. That gets me that in-between space in here. And then I have the big lateral area right here, and that bottom base that's exposed as well. So you can see I wrote that all out for you. I just sort of abbreviated. It's a big one. This is definitely a challenge problem. Okay, so now I know that for my base, right, that's just a circle, so pi r squared. And I can see that my radius here is 2, 4, and 8. So here I'm just gonna write out pi r squared for every base. Okay, and then I also know that for all my lateral area, right, I picture this rectangle where it's the circumference times the height. So circumference times the height. Okay, so I just wrote out those formulas for each component. So small base plus small lateral area, medium base minus the small base, medium lateral area plus big base, take away the medium base, add the big lateral area, add that bottom base right here. So for my small, my radius is 2. So I'm going to plug in a 2 everywhere I see this small. Okay, and for the small, the height is 4. They all have a height of 4. So everywhere I see an H, I can go ahead and put in a 4. Okay, and then for my medium tier, that one in the middle, my radius is 4. So I can plug in a 4 for all of those mediums or middles. Okay, and then for my big one here, my big one, my radius is 8 and the height is 4. All right, so we're ready. We're ready to rumble. So here I have 4 pi. That's my small base. 2 times 2 times 4 is 16. So I'm adding 16 pi. That is my lateral area for that smallest tier. Okay, my medium base that I'm adding in is 16 pi. Okay, 4 squared and the pi. And then I have to remove that small base. So I'm subtracting 4 pi. Okay, that middle tier here, 2 times 4 times 4 is 32. So adding 32 pi. The big base, 64 pi. The medium or middle base, 16 pi. I'm going to take that away. My big lateral area, so 2 times 8, we're at 16, times 4, we're at 64 pi. And then the big base that's on the bottom, 64 pi. All right, so we have a lot of like terms here. Everything has a pi, so I really just have to add and subtract. So 4 plus 16 plus 16, minus 4 plus 32 plus 64 minus 16 plus 64 plus the last 64. So I'm getting 240 pi inches squared for the total surface area. And again, I just want to remind you that this is meant to be a challenge problem. So if that was a toughie for you, don't worry about it. I would not put this on a test. It's just a good reach type problem to see if you can visualize all of the different surfaces that are being exposed. All right, I hope that makes sense. Volume is a whole lot easier. For volume, all you're doing is you're adding the volume of the small, the medium size one, as well as the big. All right, hope you guys have a good rest of your day.